Opening up UFC Vegas 74, we have Philipe Lins taking on Maxim Grishin. This was booked all the way back in October. It has been rebooked. Maxim hasn't fought since then, but Felipe has. Felipe is now 16-5 overall, 3-2 in his last 5. He's coming off that knockout win over Ovince St. Preux. He's taking on Maxim Grishin, 32-9 overall, 2-1 in his last 5. He's coming off that decision win over William Knight. Before you discredit that win, that was William Knight before he was afraid to fight. Like, that William Knight came out swinging. And it was impressive because Maxim Grishin withstood the early onslaught, and it was a vicious onslaught from William Knight in that fight. Maxim took that, came back, coming forward and grinding that out. He is a striker. He throws in combinations. He loves sitting on a big right hand. He does do an amazing job of sort of waiting and then rushing forward if he sees an opening. And as soon as he sees you're out of rhythm or off balance, he will attack. So he's pretty calculated. And if he sees anything that resembles you being out of sorts, he will attack and try to make something happen. And again, he's coming off that win over William Knight. Don't think William Knight from his last fight. This is William Knight, like when that dude was swinging wild to take people's heads off. He's taking on Philipe Lins. Philipe Lins, former heavyweight. He's worked his way down to light heavyweight. He has legit power in his hands. He seems to have carried that power with him.
Great hair.
He's got a phenomenal hair. He's got a BJJ black belt, but he does prefer to sort of hang out in the pocket and trade or bang away. He's coming off that knockout win over Ovince St. Preux at light heavyweight. And this is going to sound crazy, but it didn't look good. He looked like slow. He looked old. He didn't look like a killer in that fight. I know it sounds stupid. I started this with
it sounds stupid, Angelo, because it is stupid.
I watched it.
Where there's smoke,
like,
there's fire. Usually, if it quacks like a duck, fuck a duck.
He just didn't listen. I know he knocked out Ovince St. Preux, but he didn't look like, wow, this guy's at light heavyweight and he's here to stay. So anyway, this is a stupid tough fight. Super close fight. I do think Maxim Grishin is going to win this fight. I said that 2 weeks ago. I still feel that way. Felipe is going to absolutely be the better grappler, but he's going to be hittable. And I think Maxim Grishin is going to be the better, more calculated striker. He'll rush in, he'll wait, find his spots, light him up, and then back out, and then make it happen. Maxim has been taken down 7 times in 4 fights. So that's the one concern for me. So I do think Maxim's going to win. I'm not betting this fight. There's a ton of fights I'm not betting here. But, yeah, that's my breakdown. What do you think, Jacob? I don't know why I said it like that.
Yeah, I don't really love that attitude. I'd like
I really don't know why I did that.
A quick apology or something.
Yeah.
If I could just...
I said, sorry, I don't know why I did that.
Okay, yeah. Don't do it again either. So, yeah, this is a close fight, and there's a lot of. I think you've talked about it privately. I don't know if you mentioned your quick pick video or this video or whatever, but this is a tough card. I mean, there's some interesting matchups on this card. There's some lines that flip for good reason and for bad reasons, and this is a tough card to bet. And this is one of those fights where it's like. I mean, I'm picking Philipe Lins because I believe he has the volume and the activity to win this fight. I think it's going to be a decision fight. There could be a finish either side, but both these guys can kind of slow down as the fight goes on, and not real big punchers, not real big finishers in that right. So I think it's going to be a decision fight, and in a decision fight, I can trust Philipe Lins to have the volume, to have the pressure. It might not work. He might get knocked out. Maxim Grishin is a huge dude that can land with power. If he lands with power, he's going to knock you out. But if it goes to a decision, I can trust Philipe Lins to have that volume where I think Maxim Grishin at times fights like a heavyweight. I mean, he fights like a kind of a slow, methodical heavyweight where Philipe Lins, I think, has looked pretty good at 205. I think if he is going to mix in wrestling, I don't think it's going to work. He's not the best. He doesn't have the best takedowns, and Grisham is like a huge dude at 205 and knows how to wrestle himself. So I think Philipe Lins should just come in, work the volume, and get a decision win. But you know, it's a close fight for a reason, and it's getting even closer. But I'm taking the slight dog here, and Mr. Felipe.
Felipe,
us Brazilians got to stick together.
Yeah, us. He's pretty hittable though, and I think that's going to be the difference here. He does get touched up. He doesn't really move his head very much.
Especially when he blitzes in. He loves that. He started at 205. He loves just kind of blitz in. Yeah, and it's that is a pause for the cause.
Well, especially because he looked a little slow and old against Ovince St. Preux.
Well, I disagree with that. I mean, he just steamrolled that dude. I don't know how you can look old in a knockout like that.
Shit happens all the time.
You think I'm going to look old when I knock your ass out?
Okay. Next Sunday, when you're coming over for the pool party / UFC 289,
Sunday.
let's fight. Yeah, next Saturday. Sorry. This Sunday's
Saturday.
my birthday.
Well,
So.
Saturdays I stream, so.
No, we talked about this. You will be at my pseudo birthday party next Sunday, and it's a pool party, so bring a bathing suit.
So Sunday. You are saying it's Sunday.
I don't know why I'm saying Sunday. It's Saturday. It's the 10th. I don't know why I keep saying Sunday. Other than this Sunday's my birthday, and I was kind of hoping that.
The best birthday present I can give you is more exposure for this channel because God knows we need it. More than ever.
I'm in the Connor documentary, so I think we got plenty.
Now more than ever.
$7,400 in DraftKings, $8,800 in DraftKings. You gonna throw Felipe in there? He probably has a good run at $7,400.
I think in multi-entry, he's a candidate. Single entry, there's probably better options, honestly.
Yeah, it's a tricky card all the way around, but there's a lot of spots that I like in DraftKings more than I do as far as bets and stuff like that are concerned. So we'll take a look at that. And if you want to check out our full DraftKings breakdown with our ownership projections, our full slate breakdowns, and an optimizer that literally builds lineups for you, just go to WeWantPicks.com and click Become a Member. It's $10 a month. I mean, at this point,
it's fucking $10 a month. Christ, man.
I mean, honestly.
Holy shit.
I made it that price point so that it doesn't have to, like...
Do me a favor. If you don't have fucking $10, unfollow me on Twitter. I don't want to talk to you.
You're going to lose. There's a lot of poor people. You're going to lose a lot.
Someone just went, shit, pulls out their phone. Like,
God damn it.
I need to get to Brazil.
This stream is free on YouTube, but they're still somehow pirating it. Well, there goes that $10. That was a good joke. Go fuck yourself. We got $10 from Patrick again, and this is for Jacob's Brazil fund. Oh, Jacob has a whiteboard. What are you drawing?
Sweet.
Are you keep a tally of dad jokes?
No.
We can't see what you're drawing there.
Get me to Brazil.
Absolute dork. This fucking dork is.
$10.
All right, let's move on to the next fight. Things are getting weird and taking forever.